Madison versus Hamilton, states' rights versus the federal government. This dynamic tension in the United States has shaped and guided our history since those founding fathers to this moment. One highlight of this is, which in my opinion is horrific from a human rights point of view, the denial of trans rights, civil rights in Iowa is imminent. The governor is going to sign it off. No more civil rights guarantees to trans people throughout the state of Iowa, ostensibly to mitigate and prevent all the lawsuits that are interfering with getting trans people out of sports and all this other bathroom bullshit. Now, here's my confusing and contrarian point of view that triggers the hell out of liberals and confuses the MAGA people. On the one hand, as I mentioned, this to me sucks. I think trans people have equal rights. I think being trans is as natural as your eye color or skin color. People are born this way, like Lady Gaga saying, and it's bullshit to discriminate. That is my personal opinion. So for the governor of a state to sign it off with the excuse that it's just interfering with a bunch of other bullshit to deny trans people rights, I personally hate that shit. However, Madison versus Hamilton, if the government and the people overall, remember, democracy is a tyranny of the majority. If the people overall in the state of Iowa are okay with this, they voted in that legislature, they voted in that governor who's about to sign that piece of paper. If the people of Iowa, the majority of them, think that this is the thing to do, then it's a tough shit situation. Madison versus Hamilton. The state of Iowa now officially sucks for trans people. That's just how it is. Now, I know people do not have the flexibility to just uproot themselves and move. That's why this shit sucks. But it's also why this is tough shit. Because Madison, Hamilton, states' rights. The state of Iowa, being a trans person in the state of Iowa now sucks for you. Sorry. Move. Leave. Get out. Like Arnold said in the Terminator movies. Get out. I don't like this. I don't like it. But I understand that there are certain issues, many of them wedge issues, many of them synthetically created by our political environment, which favors polarization over common sense and reasonableness. This is just the reality of what we're dealing with. So given that dynamic, let the states do what they want to do. Roe v. Wade, same thing. Abortion, no abortion. Let the states decide. Trans issues, let the states decide. We can go through the list. Drugs, prostitution, etc. Let's turn the United States of America into a patchwork quilt of norms. Friedrich Nietzsche would approve. He preferred polytheism to monotheism because it had more variability of values and norms. Politicians aren't going to convince people one way or another. And as we've seen, the backlash to the backlash to the backlash of all the wokeism is when you force people to do what they don't want to do, they're going to react very strongly to that. So let this play out. If Iowa is now transphobic, let's see what the impact is to Iowa. And let's see what the overall impact is to empowering states to do what they want. Do I like it? Not regarding this issue. I think it's bad. It's discriminatory. But I think you got to kind of let it rip. Because the United States is an ongoing political and cultural experiment. Let me know what you think.